After the death of Maurice, legend says the spear fell into the hands of Rome's pagan emperors, and in their treasure houses it lay forgotten for a generation until a new claimant appeared. A man who used the holy spear to change the course of history, Constantine the Great.
The reason why Europe is mainly Christian today, Constantine has an enormous amount to do with this.
Constantine grew to manhood in a bitterly divided Roman Empire. Inspired by a vision of Christ, he vowed to reunite the empire under one strong leader, himself, and to replace the empire's many faiths with just one, Christianity.
He moves the religious center of the empire from the old world of the Western gods to embracing a fairly obscure Eastern cult, Christianity.
He sincerely believed in Christianity, but he also understood that Christianity could help save the empire and that it was to his advantage to make men Christians.
Constantine's faith inspired his mother, Helena, to become a Christian. Early in the 3rd century, she journeyed to the Holy Land to seek relics of Christ's life. It's said she returned with pieces of the true cross and nails from the crucifixion. According to legend, she set these nails in Constantine's armor and weapons to make him invulnerable. Was it Helena that embedded a nail in the spear? Intrigued, Feather compares the nail in the spear with a genuine crucifixion nail from the 1st century AD. They seem to be alike in size and shape, a tantalizing resemblance. If Helena did add the nail, her faith was duly rewarded. Armed with the spear, Constantine crushed his rivals, made Rome Christian, and built a magnificent new Christian capital. Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul in Turkey. One legend says he marked the boundary of his new Rome with the holy spear at his side. Could Constantine have used this spear now in Vienna to convert all Rome to Christianity? Feather breaks down his analysis of the relic piece by piece. Was the golden sheath added in the 14th century when the spear was kept by Charles IV in Castle Karlstein?
The golden outer sheath is certainly consistent with a date of the 14th century AD.
How about the silver sheath beneath it? Dedicated to the African knight St. Maurice, it was allegedly inscribed by an 11th century German king called Heinrich.
The inner silver sheath does date to the 11th century AD.
Feather is certain the silver wire also dates to the 11th century. But to his astonishment, the distinctive wings the wire holds in place are much older.
They're clearly not part of the original spear. The composition from X-ray fluorescence indicates that they are probably from a dagger blades of around about the 7th century as well.
But the big question is, how old is the main body of the spear, the blade? Does it date to the crucifixion?
But as we peel off the gold sheath and the silver sheath and we get to the core of the spear, the probability is very strong that it's 7th or 8th century AD.
Refuting centuries of legend, Feather concludes the spear does not date to the time of Christ. But that's not the end of the story. Feather's analysis of the nail set within the spear offers fascinating possibilities. Comparing it with a nail recovered from a 1st century AD crucifixion, he's amazed by the resemblance. Could the Holy Spear contain a nail from the crucifixion?
The likelihood of the nail as being a nail from the crucifixion, I think, is extremely remote. Its state of preservation pretty well excludes that possibility.
But under high magnification, Feather believes he has found something no one else has seen before.
When you look at the side profile, the area where the brass crosses are marked, you can quite clearly see that there is a discontinuity between that part and the base nail underneath it. So something has been added to that nail. Something has been hammered in.
Just what was added to the area marked by the brass crosses, Feather can only speculate.
You still can't rule out the very slim possibility that parts, fragments of a nail that was used in the crucifixion weren't hammered into this nail itself. That is something that we will never know.